Hello everyone, welcome to Awkward Author. My name is Alyssa Grasso, and this is my weekly vlog and podcast about my sometimes awkward author life. So the latest awkward issue in Alyssa's life, at least in my author life, is, as I say, this is a vlog and podcast. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know it's a vlog. I do make it available on iTunes as well. At least I used to. I thought I still was, but for some reason, the latest episodes are not showing up there. Now, I have something set up where it's supposed to go automatically into iTunes, and for some reason, it is not doing that. So if you are someone who is used to seeing this on iTunes and is like, why can't I find it anymore? I have not stopped making it, and I have not intentionally stopped putting it on iTunes, but at the moment, for some reason, it's not automatically loading to iTunes. I am working on trying to figure out why, because I know it was way over my head as far as setting it up, but I followed some instructions on the internet, and it used to work, but now for some reason it's not working. So I got to figure out what the heck happened, if it was something on Apple's end, if it was something on my end, or what. So I do apologize for that. The other awkward issue this week is last week, probably about a week ago now, I think when I went to go, I post on my website, each week when I upload a new video, I, just post something about it so that it's there. Most people don't go to my website, but in case they do, that is one way they can find the latest episodes. And my website was not live. Like, it was, it was a white page with a little error message on it that said, like, page error or something like that. So I was not sure what was going on, and I used WordPress, and I couldn't even get into like the back end to manage it, and I hadn't done anything. Like I've broken my website before. In fact, like about a year ago, I think I had broken my website and was trying to figure out how to get it back up. So that is par for the course for me, but I hadn't done anything. Like the last thing I had posted was just like a basic blog post thing, and it had been fine, and I didn't know how long it had even been down because it had been like days since I accessed my website. So I didn't know if it had been down for a few hours or if it had been down for days. Well, I use GoDaddy for my hosting, and so when I noticed I was about to head out, I couldn't even deal with it at that point. But when I did come back, I put in a support call to GoDaddy, which involved waiting on hold for a long time, as support calls usually do, but they did get back to me pretty quickly. And what's awesome is that they were able to figure it out and get it all up and running in relatively short amount of time, and it was nothing on my end. So I have like security things set on there, and they set all that up. They set all the security stuff up, GoDaddy did. And what happened was, I guess the website or files from the website or something got migrated over to another server as part of some update or something they're doing, and so something in the security stuff was pointing to the old server, and that's why it was just returning this weird error thing, and so that's where the site was. And so within just a few minutes they were able to get that all up and running. So that's good. But that is one of the issues of being an author and in the 21st century here, and all the things that we have to worry about besides just writing the books. But I have been writing the books, or at least writing a book. I have made some more progress on my current work in progress. This is the thriller novel that's going to be like the first in a series of 3. So I'm up to I think like around 48,000 words now. I forget where I was when I talked to you last week, so maybe about 8,000 words I've gotten done, which I'm very happy with. Obviously, there are people who write at a much faster pace. Life's been a bit chaotic here, so that definitely has hampered my writing speed, but I still think I'm doing pretty well, and I'm happy with the way that it's moving along, definitely. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like optimistic where I'm like, I could have this. I said before, I could have this draft done by the end of December. Well, now it's the middle of January, and I'm like halfway, a little more than halfway maybe with the first draft. But yeah, so maybe realistically more like end of February. I don't know. I think I could definitely have a first draft done by then. But again, chaotic, crazy time for Alyssa, so we'll see how that goes. And to add to my chaotic craziness, I started, it's probably ill-advised, but it's just something I've always wanted to do. I started writing a screenplay adaptation of one of my books, which is, I'm working on my most recent young adult novel, which is Unnamed Roads. And this is not like I don't have, any interest or anything like that. There's no offer that's been made. I haven't sold the option on it, nothing like that. It's just something I've always, obviously every author I think has always dreamed of, having, one of their books turned into a movie. And certainly I have. And, nothing might ever come of this. I realize that. But I've just always wanted to do it. I used to figure that was how I was going to break into writing. Like, I was going to write screenplays. And, I'd maybe looked at the math and the numbers and realized that you could probably make a lot more money as a screenwriter than you could as an author. Although at the same time, it's actually way more difficult, I think, to break into screenwriting than it is to, break into publishing, like traditional publishing. But, so it's different. It's very different in how things work. Also, screenplays are a lot shorter in terms of word count and stuff. So it's a lot quicker to write a screenplay than to write a novel. And so at the time when I was really interested in screenplays and writing screenplays, I'd finally completed a novel, I think, maybe 2 novels. And they'd taken forever, and I can now write them much quicker than I wrote them in the past. But, at that point I was like, I got to try screenplay. So I read a lot of books and studied up a lot on screenwriting and really thought that was how I was going to make it as a writer. And then I got an offer, and I sold, my first book, and well, everything changed. And I put the screenwriting stuff, on the back burner and didn't really do anything with it. So now I'm just getting back into it, and I'm having fun with it. I haven't done too much work. It's interesting because what I've never done before is adapt, an already published work into a screenplay. Like when I've written screenplays in the past, I just, wrote them as original things. So in some ways it's easier because the whole story has already been written. On the other hand, it's a challenge. You have to translate something that's been written in one medium into a very different sort of medium in terms of how it's presented. So it's interesting. It's a good learning experience. I don't know what will come of it, but I do feel like, I'm putting some good vibes out there too, just by kind of creating this, kind of shifting things in that direction in some small way. So that is what I have been working on this past week, and just dealing with the nuttiness and craziness of day-to-day life here as I have a plan for as far as moving goes, but at the moment I'm still here. So, I will keep you updated on what is going on in my life and this crazy situation that I seem to be in. I'm not really in a crazy situation. I'm actually, doing okay, but it's a little bit chaotic, a little bit. So hopefully when I talk to you next week, I will have updates, I will have good news, and I will have gotten some more writing done on my different projects, and I won't have any more, technical weirdness or mishaps, and hopefully I can get the iTunes thing to start working again. No guarantees there because I have no idea what's going on with it, but I'll see what I can figure out. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. I put out these videos every week, just talking about my awkward author life. If you enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe, etc. And I will see you all again next week. If you want to know more about me, please go ahead and check out my website, which is alyssagrosso.com. That's ALISSAGROSSO.com. Have a great week, guys. Keep it awkward.